right in the corner, engines revving high. A southern tradition, beneath the northwest sky. Checkered flags are waving, hearts beat like a drum. Sasquatch roars for every single roar. Feel the tires burn, hear the crowd ignite. iRacing's finest, day or night. From the Rockies to the coastal line, LSRTV's where the legends shine. Whole Northwest racing, let the good times roll. These race drivers got rebellious souls, cranking up loud, hear the engine scream. And LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, Northwest racing reigns supreme. Guitars are slinging, tracks taking a groove. Northwest boys got nothing to prove. Grabbing gears and rubbing doors. Northwest racers always bringing more. On Northwest racing, let the good times roll. These race covers got rebellious souls. Crank it up loud, hear the engine scream. LSRTV is bringing you the stream. Yeah, Northwest racing reigns supreme. Watch Northwest racing with Charles, Wesley, and Jeremy on LSRTV. And maybe Bigfoot too.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
What really sets On Demand Shirts apart from everybody else is our people. Our people really care about every job that comes through here and they treat it as their own. That paired with state-of-the-art equipment that we use on everything that we touch, that's really what ends up providing the top-notch quality that you guys come to expect. Because we've printed stuff from anywhere from a small boutique shop all the way to Fortune 500 companies, we have experience that goes all across every industry you can think of. From a very small job to 200,000 plus shirt job, we can handle it. Your brand is more than just a logo, it's an identity. At On Demand Shirts, we create professional apparel that makes a statement. From uniforms to corporate gifts, your brand is in good hands. Contact us today so we can help elevate your company.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland, the voice of the Northwest Racing iRacing series on LSRTV and proudly again on the Community Radio Network. As always, we're excited for another season of the best iRacing Pacific drivers of the Northwest putting on a show that you all enjoy every Monday night. Join us also on LSRTV or listen on the Community Radio Network at wearecrn.com. The power of radio to the imagination of the listener, iRacing style, CRN LSRTV for the Northwest Racing Series. From the tricky triangle, that is the Pocono Raceway, we welcome you to coverage of the Northwest Racing Series Season 12 Truck Playoffs. This is the finale in the round of 12, race number 3, and we are ready to go at the virtual Pocono Raceway. Welcome to our coverage. LSRTV and the Community Radio Network, as always. I'm Wesley Outland, joined alongside, back from vacation. He made it. I didn't think he was going to be here tonight. Jeremy Stanley, my buddy from Florida IA, and Charles Wooten down in the Lone Star State of Texas, hitting the buttons after another weekend with race on and ready to handle the production. Jeremy, Pocono. It's like a super speedway. It's like a short track. It's long. You never know what Pocono provides. We're going to have a fun one here tonight. And again, final race in the round of 12. 4 drivers are getting eliminated at the end of the night. 8 go on after a week off to the semifinals.
We're back, baby. Yep. This is going to be a interesting one. Yeah, you never know what Pocono is going to bring. You're absolutely right. I would imagine a lot of spaced outness, but these restarts, you know, Pocono, they get super crazy in turn number 1. They go all over the place, 2, 3, 4 wide. Turn 1 is the highest banking. Your truck gets really loose on cold tires because you're trying to prep for the flat corners 2 and 3. And it's a cutoff race, so energy's amped up. Everyone's wanting to finish the best spot possible to squeeze their way into the round of 8. And so this is going to bring a lot of different things and a lot of strategies and a lot of fun here this evening.
Pocono Raceway, completely different than the Milwaukee Mile or Texas, where we saw the West family win. We know, Jeremy, they're going to the semifinals, but there's still 6 spots up for grabs. What do those guys got to do to keep the pressure on to try to put themselves into the semifinal round of 8?
Well, I would say just run a good race, but it's very, pun intended, tricky here, and that's why they call it the tricky triangle. So you just kind of, I know a lot of the real life guys, they just try to make one corner as like their dominant corner, and then they'll just work on the other 2. And a lot of these guys might take the similar approach. Some just might find a lucky strike in their setup and have all 3 corners set for them. But keep your truck clean, work on speed, work on the racecraft. Don't worry about the traffic around you. Once you work on yourself, this track, it's a driver's track. It'll come to you. You don't got to worry about the rest. Just drive the track and you'll be fine.
Let's take a look at the race analysis for tonight. The Race On information presented by Race On live or on replay for tonight's events here at Pocono Raceway. There it is. No fast repair, as it's always been the last couple of seasons. 100% fuel capacity. There are 4 sets of tires, 3 in the pits, 1 on the cars that are qualifying right now. Qualifying is just about ready to expire in about less than 5 minutes' time. 200 miles is 80 laps on this 2.5-mile racetrack here. That is the Pocono Raceway. And as we talk about Pocono Raceway, let's give you the, if you will, the track dimensions on this racetrack. It's 2.5 miles, 4.023 kilometer racetrack, 3 distinct turns at Pocono. 14 degrees in turn 1, inspired by the traditional Trenton Speedway. 8 degrees down the back straightaway to turn 2, inspired by the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And the 6-degree bank turn in turn 3 is inspired by one of the tracks we ran in the playoffs when we began the round of 12, the Milwaukee Mile. 3,740 feet makes Pocono Raceway's front straightaway at 60 to 100 feet wide, the longest straightaway in racing anywhere. How about that,
I think it's the widest too, right?
I think it is, yeah.
It's definitely the longest.
It varies from 60 to 100 feet wide and 3,740 feet. I don't even think people realize that. So we're going to take a look at the weather conditions real quickly as well. Let's throw that out there. 3,740 feet front stretch, 3,055-foot back stretch, and a 1,780 feet short stretch there. So there's your weather conditions. It is 72 degrees. Track temp is at 85. Wind speed at 10 miles an hour. It is just around, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So, Jeremy, heat of the day, Windy, not that bad, though. What are we going to be watching with these guys working around this racetrack? And why is Pocono not labeled as a super speedway, being 2.5 miles like Daytona or Talladega or even open wheel cars in Indianapolis? Why is that?
Well, I mean, the road course is the same way, right? And you got Watkins Glen, that's 2.5. And it's just, I think it's all about the overall miles per hour these guys run, and maybe it involves the banking of every corner. So I would imagine, like, if your average speed is 160, 170, you're in that realm. If you're going 115 in turn 3, I don't think that kind of fits that theme. So that's probably why they're not calling the super speedway. But you feel free, because Nashville calls theirs a super speedway, and they're 1.5 miles and they're slow. So, I mean, if you want to go that route, anything's a super speedway, right? So, but no, it does not need that label. Just a massive track, lots of space, except for turn 2. That one's a fun one because it looks wide on camera, but in the racing line, it's like 1.5 grooves wide. You want to see some drivers dip the tire below the yellow line? Right there, do you see that corner right there? You're going to utilize that dark patch below the yellow line. But the rest of it's just so wide, multi-groove. It's a lot of fun.
Should be a fun one, no doubt about it, as we are looking forward to it. By the way, quick reminder, we are off next Monday night. When tonight ends, the semifinals will be set. There will be another 3 rounds, and then we lock yourself into the home stretch of the championship 4. Tonight will be the round of 8. After we finish tonight's race, the round of 8 will be set, is what I meant to say. And that'll be racetracks at Iowa, Atlanta, and Indianapolis. And I'll be honest with you, and I said this earlier a few weeks ago, Jeremy, before you went on vacation, I think that is the round that I'm really looking forward to. You want to talk about the wild cards. We don't have a Daytona or a Talladega or anything like that in the playoffs this year, which is so unique. But you want to talk about the round of 8. I really believe Iowa, Atlanta, old Atlanta, not new Atlanta, not Echo Park Atlanta, old Atlanta, and Indianapolis Motor Speedway, those are going to be really unique races to try to put yourself into the Final 4.
Yeah, it's the most diverse schedule out of the rounds. And usually the round of 8 has a surprise, right? We've seen Devin West, Dennis Moore, they've been, kicking butt, right? But one bad race, one bad race. And maybe they don't like a short track. And they start off bad early, and they can never get themselves, up in momentum. And just it could throw a curveball. We could see some of the best all year round. Just call it gimmick, call what you want, but the round of 8 is going to be really telling for some of these guys that's been up in the top 3, top 4 all season long.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right, ladies and gentlemen, and I believe we have officially finished qualifying. The field is set. It's locked in, and what do you know? Win Racing back up on the front row.
No way.
It seemed like for the last couple of weeks, Team LSRTV has been the Pied Piper. Not now. Win Racing and Dennis Moore will be on the pole fast qualifier in the number 44 to the outside. Kevin Smith, they'll make up row number 1. Row number 2 will find Tyler King and Christopher White ready to go in the second row 2, starting 4th. Row number 3, Josh Childress. What a year this man's had, right? All-Star Charlotte truck winner. Right now, we'll see what the 39 will do with Brett Johnson to the outside at row 3 and the 7. Row 4, it'll be Devin West, Sean Breitzman, still trying to get in. He starts 8th. In your row number 5, top 10, Jeremy, we'll find Troy Daggett at 99 and the legend himself, the handlebar mustache, the 77, Frank Harris. He's 10th.
Row 6 through 10, you got Paul Newton in 11th, Chris Walters in P12. Row 7 and 13th, Dan West Jr. back there. 13th, Jeff Stabnow, P14. Row 8 and 15th, Robert Gamble Jr. in the 54. James Vining in the 333, P16. Row 9, Dana Rogers in the 07 to his outside in 18th, John Ottenbacher in truck 89. And the final row of tonight's race, Ryan Bloom in the 25, and the outside of him, the caboose of the field, the 91, Mr. Scott Hutchison.
I want to remind everybody to join us on iRacing on LSRTV and the Community Radio Network on Thursday night. Believe it or not, Jeremy, it is the penultimate race of the season. We are going to the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway with the ARCA Northwest Racing Series. That'll be a good one. But we got to get through this one here tonight as well, as we'll decide who will go to the semifinal round in the round of 8. Jeremy Stanley, I am Wesley Outlet, Charles Wooten punching the buttons. The tricky triangle that is the Pocono Raceway. Get ready to place your bets. I think we're going to see a humdinger tonight here, Jeremy. Oh, and by the way, this race is brought to you by the new iPhone 17 that Charles Wooten has in his possession. It sounds like Jeremy has one too, at least on the way. The wife already has one, right?
Yeah, the wife, it's in my hand literally right now, but it's not hooked up yet because she doesn't have a case. I have one on the way. It's funny, the person who really wants it doesn't get it in time. It's not cool.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. And the one that really, really wants it had to like go out and get it on his own, right? He was. By the way,
he put the legwork in.
out there,
He deserves
everybody
that
out
one.
there, the TV monitors are still for sale. So the TV, listen.
232 4K is $300. Hit them up.
I mean, listen. Jeremy, I would have jumped at the opportunity. I really would. I told
Still
Charles
can.
this, told Jeff this, told Sean this. I would jump at the opportunity, but I've already got 5 televisions. I've already got 3 that are boxed up for broadcasting. I really don't see the need to get one. I mean, he had me thinking, believe me, he had me thinking, but oh well. Anyhow, 2.5 miles here at Pocono. Dennis Moore, Kevin Smith, about ready to bring them down to the green flag here this time by. Pace truck is onto the pit lane. Ladies and gentlemen, the round of 8 will be determined here tonight. 200 miles, 80 laps. We're underway here at Pocono. And remember, guys that are already going to the semifinals that we know, Jeremy, are Devin West, Dan West Jr. for 3rd on back to 12th. It's still a big old fat question mark as they go to 1.
3 wide, the center of 1. Getting off corner exit here, a little movement there with a couple trucks. You got the pylon just eating up the screen off corner exit as we're almost 3 wide here, heading off into turn number 2. Still good battling through side by side. Devin West on the out. Oh, Tyler King getting loose, very loose corner on the opening lap on turn 2. There's a lot of speed and no banking to assist you with it. They make it through cleanly, it looks like. 3, a lot of them hugging the bottom there. That outside patch, not really rubbered in anymore. So now it's back to the bottom there as they go quickly, single file to complete the first lap. Dennis Moore is going to lead the first lap from the pole spot there, and you're looking down the front stretch. Everybody, basically minus Paul Newman, single file.
That's exactly what they need to do, right? Just like you said, they work their way back into the corner. In the turn that mimics Trenton, New Jersey. Now they work down into the tunnel turn that's Indianapolis, the one that's Milwaukee Mile. 3 different racetracks, triangle racetrack here. Hashtag what turn 4 became famous because of this place. Right now, Dennis Moore is the man that's leading the way over Kevin Smith. Look at Devin West right now. Dan West Jr., the defending series champion all the way back in 14th. But again, Jeremy, he could do that. He could race in the back of the top 15. He could play possum and hang all the way in the back. Hell, he could exit the game if he wanted to and say, no, I'm not going to race because you already know you're going to the semifinals.
That's it. But you can tell who's dedicated to the league and who's not. Hang in there, even though if they're not worth anything. It's just for funsies. And still got 20 drivers doing battle at Pocono here this evening. Oh, this is a lot of fun, speaking of that. Dan West Jr., John Ottenbacher, riding the 3rd lane in turn 1 already. I don't know if that was a wash-up on an accidental thing on their part, or they just took the whole field and slid them up to the top there with 54 Gamble Jr. as well. 3 trucks trying it, and 2 more. John Ottenbacher's been surprising me with the amount of times he's tried the outside lane in multiple tracks that may or may not even have it. And he's exploring it early here. Wide entry into 3. That's actually not a bad idea. It's going to give him a little bit of a launch here. Closes on the 55. He could go to the bottom or give him a shove. He elects to neither. Just lift, coast on the front stretch. He falls into.
Yeah, just kind of watching them as they work their way back into the corner. Look at Kevin Smith down on the inside, goes back up, pulls up in front of the 5 of West. Look at Tyler King watching on as well. This is for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Look who's pulling out of line. Devin West goes after Win Racing 00 of Smith. Down in the turn number 2. He's got him there. He's going to get him on the clear as they work into that turn.
Great battle here, heading off into turn number 3. Tyler King trying to shove his nose up on the outside of the 5. Backs it down for corner entry here. Watch the swoop. He might try to go to the inside on exit. Let's see if he carries the speed. Great exit. Has the draft. Does he look to the inside? No. He's going to hug up to the inside, or onto the bumper right there of the 5. And let's see if he goes to the outside in 1. He does not. So guys are they're playing the draft well, Wes, but they're not trying to duck out for as many passes early as I expected. Fresh tires, you can still make some moves before they settle in.
Remember last week, the race at Texas was 200 miles, 134 laps in Jeremy. It went caution-free. We've had a lot of couple of races in the playoffs that have been caution-free races. What will tonight entail here at Pocono? Don't forget, we're off next Monday night. We're off next Monday night. We'll be taking off. Then we come back on October the 6th for the round of 8 semifinals. 3 races in that round to the lead to the finale at Chicagoland. Right now down the straightaway, the longest straightaway of NASCAR. It is Dennis Moore holding on over Smith and West and King, and they are single file heading back into turn number 1.
Even though it's all single file, it's still good battling nonetheless. Lap 6 underway. Dennis Moore leading all the laps. One truck in the wall, 55. Dan West Jr. tags the outside exit wall of turn number 1. I saw the 9 of Walters really making a evasive maneuver and went down to the inside of the 2nd straightaway. Able to keep the momentum and make the pass over Dan West. As he goes single file. Now Rob Gamble looking underneath John Ottenbacher in 89. Head off into turn number 3, 55, looking slightly to the inside. Doesn't have the speed to get to the inside quarter panel. Exit turn number 3 to complete lap number 6. Single file again, as here they go.
Down that straightaway, heading back into that first turn. By the way, Devin West, Dan West Jr., I would think probably, Jeremy, that Dennis Moore, Sean Brightsman, Tyler King, I would think if you're in the top 5, you're okay. But if you're Christopher White, Paul Newton, any of these other guys in the behind the cut line, you have got to do something, and quickly, to advance. I mean, guys like Ryan Bloom, Josh Childress, Frank Harris, Kevin Smith, they're all on the gun here. They got to have a good finish.
And I was looking at the points too. It's kind of a tough battle. If you look at Kevin Smith, that's the deciding factor, right? Because Jeff Stabnow's in, right? But then you have Kevin Smith, the first one looking in. He's what, 10 points outside of Jeff Stabnow to get in. So he has to outdo Jeff by 10 positions for him to pop in. Which, you know, Stabnow did not have the best qualifying effort. He's still running P12. So there's that. And Kevin Smith is running 2nd. Right there. There's your 10 spots. But they have to kind of finish in that same order. So that's going to be the steep climb. Outside of that, Frank Harris technically has a mathematical chance. Keep an eye on that 00. He needs this race desperately.
Yeah, and I'll be honest with you, guys like Jeff Stabnow, Christopher White, they're tied coming into it. So is Paul Newton. They're going to be on the outside looking in as well. If they have a bad race, you might get shuffled out of the top 8. That's something we got to keep an eye on. I mean, just because you're in 8th right now, in the top 8, round of 8, Jeremy, doesn't mean you're going to be there at the 9th sim. You gotta be consistent. You gotta be careful. Right now, working the back straightaway.
All it takes is a win, right? That's what these playoffs were built for.
Exactly right.
Like it, out. You're sitting there in 12th place. You're Ryan Bloom. Terrible qualifying effort. And all of a sudden, you're like, hey, oh, God. Oh, it's like,
trouble. Dana Rogers in the wall.
Nobody on track
and
behind
he's by
him,
himself.
So we're going to stay green.
Yes, sir. Dana Rogers crashing on his own by himself. There's nothing mellow about it. And because of that, it will not trigger a caution. Yeah, the Mellow Yellow. You don't remember the Mellow Yellow, the commercial? There's nothing mellow about it. Dana Rogers. There's nothing mellow about it. Watch this again. Oh, wow, what a hit.
This mounted camera angle does not like our pylon, let me tell you that. Just deleted the aftermath of the 07, who is all but out of this race. He's got to be done for the night. Such a strong impact to that inside retainer wall with the safer barrier. That guy is done.
To say all that damn hype that we put into promoted, and then all of a sudden it just disappears when it hits the, getting ready to hit the wall. Come on.
Charles Wilkes going PG. He doesn't want to watch devastating hits like that on live camera.
Understanding we're working on all new cameras, possibly. So, possibly is a big word.
I know somebody.
I mean, it took 3 years to get a LSRTV CRN commercial, so
Oh, I appreciate you, Charles.
We're 25 miles into this race. Yeah, Charles is awesome, man. He's just done this a long time. We've worked together for a long time, man. Just 6 years, 7 years next year. My goodness. I mean, matter of fact, Charles, I had somebody the other day actually send me something in regards to LSRTV. And it was when I was announcing with Evan Pocono with the LSR, with the RSR, Real Sim Racing. And I was like, yes, that's how long I go back. Like, that's when I told him to kick rock. That crooked woman, man. That's all I'm going to say, Jeremy. It's a crooked woman that ran the company at the time. Screw that, you know what. Yeah. Forget that woman. That's all I want to say. Oh, I'll just say this. When I first, when I got, no, I'm serious, Jeremy. She, I mean, I'm not even I can tell you where you can find her. I'll tell you that much. She's in the peak state.
You love her just as much as the 55 of Dan West Jr. is loving the back bumper of Chris Walters.
I'm seeing red, dude. Don't tell me I'm loving nothing. I'm seeing red.
There's not a red truck in sight, brother.
Oh, look at Walters down on the inside. Chris Walters, man. That's a nice looking truck, by the way. I like that truck. But no, anyhow, Jeremy, so the first time that I started working with LSRTV under the Jeff Stabnow, Rocket Media, Charles Wooten COVID era was in 2020 in the summer, May of, like, it was like April, May, something like that of 2020. And we were doing a co-sanctioned thing. It was like, it was going to be on Speed 51 Esports, but it was going to be on LSRTV as well, because they were doing the production. And when I found out, I told Bob Dylan, I was like, nope, I'm not doing it. Screw this out. No. And then, yeah, sorry. And then Charles said, whoa, wait a minute. They're not a part of us anymore. So I said, okay, all right, I'll stay. So
there you go.
The rest is history, I guess, right?
And during that rant,
the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yeah.
Next Tune-In Thursday, where he introduces the beep button in real time.
He probably does.
We're learning things in real time. If you notice too, I don't know if you have noticed since you're seeing, the red filters right now, that the 46, Brightsman, and quite a few others are starting to really loosen their truck up. Not intentional by any means, but watch some of these corners, especially turn one exit. Surprisingly, it's been loose. Look at the slide from the 46 there. It's your loosest corner on this track. And there's a lot of drivers that
I love it.
On ice up here in the northern part of the United States, being in Pocono, Pennsylvania. It's fall. Yesterday was the first day of fall, so weather's cooling down. Charles out there in Texas still in triple digits. Doesn't matter. We don't here in the southeast corner of Florida, we don't even feel
We got a
winter
freaking
until
hurricane.
late
Gabrielle's in
December.
the Atlantic, Jeremy. Have you seen
Yeah,
it?
there's
Hurricane
one-
Gabrielle.
Yeah, that one's completely missing us. The second major storm of the year, and then we have 2 more brewing. We're just dodging them
Yeah,
so
it's
far,
gonna miss
thankfully.
you. I don't think it's gonna miss us. I don't know what you're talking about missing us. We're literally in the track of it, dude.
Oh, that must be the new one. Okay, I thought there was another one that's already turning back to the east side.
Yeah. There's one
There
that
you go.
you're gonna luck up from, but there's one that's like making a dang beeline right at us, and it's gonna give us some nasty weather this weekend, is what they're saying. I don't know. Maybe there's another one.
Let's hope I'm right. And we don't feel them.
Yeah,
now.
Gabrielle, I think is the one that's in its
Oh
own
no,
little
Gabrielle,
world. I think-
Gabrielle's the one gone. You're not gonna feel that.
Yeah, it's the other one.
That-
what's
it's
that
a
one?
potential.
They're
90%.
saying that they're saying that the weather pushing elements will push it back towards the states. That the Gabrielle is going to push the other storm more into the states, is what it's saying. So, nonetheless, I mean, look, being a meteorologist, hurricane hunter, whatever, be the only job you can get it wrong and still make boat pools of money. Paul Newton and Sean Brights, when they battle, that's for 7th spot on the racetrack. Look on the inside. That is, by the way, blizzard spelled upside down, if you didn't know.
Only on the left side. It is normal
Yeah.
on the passenger side.
Yeah. Exactly. The more you
I've
know.
learned
Look
this
at that.
recently. Blizzard cakes. Trying to make a cake work. Cake walking out of this track. Not going to happen. Fighting for grip all over the place. Currently P8 and the 46 is. Look, he's even loose in turn 1 there in the center. Brightsman not having fun behind the wheel. Early on, we still got over 60 laps left in this thing. And if he's loose now, man, he's going to be sweating. As here comes Frank Harris trying to make a pass underneath Troy Daggett from truck 99. Slides in front. Could have made it happen, but he took the conservative approach, kept it on the middle portion of the track. Troy gets the run off the outside, goes back door to door with the 77. Double digits running side by side here, 99, 77. Oh, Troy almost slapped the 77's right front fender. They go back single file. Now they're under lap number 18. I don't think there's an answer.
Why is
We're gonna
one
ask
side of
this
the blizzard upside down?
Yeah.
Do we know?
We have Cody Edwards and Garrett Edwards cheering on Josh Choders, right? So how about one of them two? All right, so I don't know this, so let's see if they know it without Googling, because we're watching. Why is Blizzard upside down on the left side but not the right?
Yeah. Yeah, So I know the answer. They turn it upside down so it'll fall off. Was it? Yeah,
Yes.
that's right. I purposely
So
did
that
it
is
wrong.
correct.
I did it.
That is correct. But why on the truck is it right side up on the passenger side?
Because he's happy to be here. Yeah, like seriously. Hey, by
It's
the way,
not a-
how cool is this one going to be, Jeremy? The penultimate race of the season for ARCA Northwest this Thursday night, buddy, and it's going to be at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. I think that's the first time we've ever done a race there. That's going to be pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it.
The bull ring it's been a 4 years since I've even loaded that track on my sim, and
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I'm absolutely looking forward to it. Isn't it the one with the high curbs on the inside, the turtles?
Yeah, it's got
Or am I thinking of somebody else?
I think you're thinking of Irwindale. It's like a bull ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It's like 3/8 of a mile, something like that.
Yeah,
So,
it's like a Five Flags. I know they have the curbs. They kind of jump. on each side. I feel like the bull ring similar. I forget. I'm just spitballing here, but it's been a while, and I'm always down to watch new track car combos, and this is going to be an excellent one. Dennis Moore led every single lap. The 44 right here across the line to complete lap 20, 60 laps remaining. Dennis Moore just 1 second over the guy who's trying everything in his power. Currently out of the playoffs as Jeff Stabnow has moved himself up to P9, 7 seconds out. 8-spot difference, 10 points difference on the board. So if neither one lead a lap, right now Stabnow is in, Kevin Smith is out, unless Kevin can track Dennis Moore and get the win.
"20 laps completed." That means we're 1/4 of the way through. Let's give you a rundown right now. Dennis Moore, Kevin Smith, Tyler King, Devin West, Christopher White, Josh Childress, Paul Newton, Troy Daggett, Jeff Stabnow, Frank Harris. Full field rundown, Jeremy. There's your top 10. 50 miles into it, brother.
Zip, zip, just like that. That is your top 10, all separated by 7.5 seconds between those top 10. Just the remaining
What's the second 10? What's the second 10? You got the 11 to 20.
Well, the rest of the field would be Dan West Jr., Mr. Brett Johnson, Sean Breitzman in 13th, Ottenbacher in 14th. You got Ryan Bloom, Robert Gamble Jr., Chris Walters, James Vining, Scott Hutchison, and then, of course, the only truck that's wrecked out here tonight, Dana Rogers 07, completes that top 20 for the complete pylon rundown. As I was just in my head thinking top 10, that's cool. Nope, I failed. I had one job. So there you go. There's your complete rundown. As we're now on lap number 23.
Single file as we watch Jeff Stabnow make a move on Troy Daggett. Mr. 500 has messed up my probability to go to 499. Tonight is only career start 491 for him, Jeremy. Yeah, he's missed, 3 ARCA races, and I think he missed 1 of the truck races or whatnot. But actually, I don't think he's missed any of the Monday series. It was a Thursday deal. But nonetheless, if he would have completed all of the races, we talked about this, Jeremy, he was going to have 499 starts. Daytona would have been his 500. But he's missed 2 or 3 weeks. And because of that, this is only career start number 491. So he will definitely be in the career start 500, like the second, third, fourth, at least the third or fourth race of the year, possibly next year. He had work, he had family, had things going on. I mean, I get it. I understand it. Such is life.
100%. Absolutely agree there. Saw almost a contact. I was watching that little race off the turn number 1 there, and there was almost contact had. Now we're looking at Tyler King as he almost slaps the ball for turn 2 exit, getting a little tight there. Devin West giving a good shove to Tyler into turn 3. Tyler's all but gone here. Getting tight on exits, getting loose on exits. All depends on how you have your truck set up. And so they're just hanging on at this point. The fuel window's got to be popping up here in the next 10 laps, I would assume, unless they come down a little bit earlier for tires.
Really good solid run. As currently, as it stands right now, it is the driver of Dennis Moore. It's leading the way. There is, of course, 3rd, 4th, and 5th right there with each other. Tyler King, Devin West, Christopher White, a Ford, and 2 bow ties right there. The oval and the bow ties battling. Ford Chevrolet in the top 5. Right now there are 4 Chevrolets and 1 Ford. Monkey in the middle, Tyler King in the 21 right now. Hey, holding his own, if you will, Jeremy, as we get ready to put another lap of the board. Heading to lap number 25 of this race of 80, and we are still rocking and rolling since the drop of the green here at Pocono.
Troy going really wide that corner set. Allows the 24 to go by, and then instantly going to shove Jeff all the way down the second straightaway. It's Frank Harrison, 77, going to get that draft. Going to slingshot himself door to door with the 99. These two trucks have been battling each other all night long. Still cannot let go of one another. Here's nice Junior looking too, as we got our camera focused on the guy right in front. It's Jeff Stab now, truck 24, who's up to 8th place now. Slowly picking them off one by one. Here comes, I think, the start of the green flag pit stops. Frank Harris, truck 77 on pit road on lap 27.
So we're seeing some of these drivers, was it Frank Harris, Robert Campbell, they're coming down onto the pit lane. So what are we about, 75 miles into this thing here, I guess? Well, yeah, I guess, yeah.
It's
Oh
like
boy,
60 to
I
70,
shot his
somewhere in
pit
that
stall
range.
there. Hang on a minute, yeah. So we're seeing about 20, what do you think, about 25, 30 laps on a fuel run, you think, Jeremy, right here for these trucks?
As long as everybody else comes in that similar time frame, I mean, there's always that chance that he's just trying to massively undercut. But now here comes a couple more. 21 in the truck number 5. They're on pit right now. And your race leader giving it up to Kevin Smith, who's going to lead a lap. That's a bonus point. So that could play into the favor of Kevin Smith, as we have, what, 6 or 7 on pit road this time.
And we're just continuing to watch. Here comes Paul Newton on the pit lane here. So there's Troy Daggett on pit road, Josh Childress, Tyler King, Dennis Moore, even everybody for that matter on pit road. Kevin Smith now being showed as the new leader, along with Christopher White, John Ottenbacher, and Scott Hutchinson. They're kind of rolling the dice. They haven't pitted yet, but very soon they're going to pit. So here you go, between 25 to 30 laps, I'm thinking, on a set of tires and fuel, Jeremy. So the first round of pit stops are done. Here comes Kevin Smith. Here comes White. They're all coming down to the pit lane now. Got a feeling Ottenbacher and Hutchinson will follow. They're about 12 seconds behind the leaders. But looks like everybody is cycling to come to the pit lane here, Jeremy. Green flag pit stops.
Ottenbacher stays out. New race leader, truck number 89.
Wow.
Gets to the line there. And so that's going to be your second lead change of the 9, of course, as they cycle through. And yeah, 25 to 30 sounds like that magical window for the entire field. Hutchinson also stayed out too. Still waiting on these final 2 drivers before we can call this a cycle complete.
Now we see John Ottenbacher, Scott Hutchinson now 1 and 2 on the racetrack. So I don't know why they done that, Jeremy. I mean, you would think that they would have came down to the pit lane within the last 3 laps like everybody else did. You're putting yourself on a different island than everyone else.
Absolutely.
Ottenbacher and Scott Hutchinson. So it is what it is, though.
Yeah, 100%. Lap 30, so we got 50 laps to go at the line this time. So we're on the 2, so maybe, do you think they might have a chance of stretching that field to that 1 stop? Like an honest opinion on that?
I mean,
Because
I don't see how you can do it. I mean,
they're staying out on such older tires now. They're losing like what, 1.5 seconds plus each lap.
right.
And so the only thing they could benefit is either a caution now, or somehow they can go 40 laps, which I don't see it. And there's no there's no sign that John is trying to come down pit road right now.
Yeah, so Audenbacher is now working lap number 30. And there you see Scott Hutchinson now. He is still 13 seconds behind the leader. There's the leader right there, the 89 from Billings, Montana, John Audenbacher. Audenbacher's season has, been a quiet one. Already out of the run for the championship playoffs. He got eliminated in the round of 16. He'll finish 14th overall in the standings for the year at 19 starts. 18th race of the year. He's got 1 top 5 and 5 top 10s. No win for John Audenbacher. And if you think about John Audenbacher overall, his 445th career start tonight for the Northwest Series. He's got 7 career wins, none this year, but he does have 7 wins, 82 top 5s, and 191 top 10s. And here he comes on pit road. Audenbacher is in. He'll give up the lead. Scott Hutchinson now the new leader.
89 just could not hang anymore.
About 10 laps shy of going to the halfway mark of 100 miles on a fuel run there, Jeremy, you were thinking about.
Yep, that's not going to happen. And there's your difference between the race leaders. 44 right behind them, lurking. And just a fun shout out here, the 91, Scott Hutchinson. Remember, he started 20th, dead last. And just because he stayed out, went from last to first momentarily. So he takes the early cut down to the bottom, signaling I'm coming down pit road this time.
Hey, by the way, don't forget about the excitement of Late Model Sunday with the Leadfoot Racing League, LFRL, Leadfoot TV, LSRTV, and CRN welcomes you to join us on your home for sim racing every Sunday night. This week, we are going to North Wilkesboro, the newly updated North Wilkesboro Speedway. Should be a good one.
I did a couple test laps there.
Do what?
Still up. So I did a couple test laps up that track on iRacing here, and what a fun track, the newer one. They don't have that outside third lane in turn 1 and turn 2 hooked up like they do in the real world, but that track is just, it looks great. It's a lot of fun. I recommend if you haven't tried it to purchase it and try it. So that'd be a cool one for y'all, right?
Should be a good one. And obviously, the previous North Wilkesboro pass was, like you said, the old, abrasive, used up pavement, cracks all in it. Now the new update on iRacing of North Wilkesboro is everything is updated. I mean, even the dang PA speakers, look like they're the real thing. I mean, when they literally tell you they laser pinpoint, I'm getting tongue-tied here. When they laser print everything to match the real specifications of what it is, Jeremy, they do that. I mean, and they do it well.
Without a doubt, that laser scanning is so good. Down to the millimeters they advertise, and I believe it. I can attest for it outside of my personal car on the Daytona racetrack. You can kind of just tell too, if you walk the grounds during like the Rolex 24, you can see exactly where iRacing puts their stuff and where the real life stuff is, and it's in the same place. So there you go. 35 laps now in. We're 5 or 6 laps away from the halfway mark of this thing. Dennis Moore did cycle back, but he put a gap on Kevin Smith, who was holding 1 second. Now it's 2.5 after the cycle. So Kevin's got a little bit more work to do to try to get back there. No pressure from behind as Tyler King is another 2.5 back. And him and Chris White are having a little fun right there just inside the top 5. Wesley turn 2 here. Looking at the battle of the 19 and the 21 here, as I think we lost Wesley momentarily. We'll have to figure out what's going on with his setup. So I'm going to resume until he comes in and interrupts me to let me know he's back. Tyler King, Chris White on your screen, third and fourth, still battling for the chance to interview with Wesley at the post-race show. It's probably the closest battle on track at this time. You can see a couple others maybe within the top 10. Half a second is Troy Daggett and Ryan Bloom. But no, for the most part, it's just this battle right here. Loses him on entry, gains him back on exit, gets a little tight there, has the lift, still makes a run down the second straightaway, has the look, he does take it this time. Inside, not clear. Almost gets him cleared, tough battle. This is what Pocono, even though it gets really spaced out, this is what it still can be. Does not matter if it's for the first or 10th. Good battle. You see 21. He's going to go up to that third groove where there used to be that newer asphalt strip that's just kind of blended in with everything else. Not really utilized anymore. Single file there. About 38 now underway. 3 laps till the halfway mark of this thing. I think this is a great time. We're going to take our side-by-side, picture-in-picture, commercial break. We'll be right back.
Hi, welcome to Day Motorsports. Come on, check out what we got.
Thank you for keeping Day Motorsports in business for over 50 years.
What really sets On-Demand Shirts apart from everybody else is our people. Our people really care about every job that comes through here and they treat it as their own. That paired with state-of-the-art equipment that we use on everything that we touch, that's really what ends up providing the top-notch quality that you guys come to.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland, the voice of the Northwest Racing iRacing series on LSRTV and proudly again on the Community Radio Network. As always, we're excited for another season of the best iRacing Pacific drivers of the Northwest putting on a show that you all enjoy every Monday night. Join us also on LSRTV or listen on the Community Radio Network at wearecrn.com. The power of radio to the imagination of the listener, iRacing style, CRN LSRTV for the Northwest Racing Series.
Back out of here full screen. My name is Jeremy Stanley, of course, and not with me still so far, Mr. Wesley Outland, who apparently had a loud boom and then his internet shut off somewhere around the house. So waiting to see if that was just a restart or coincidence or something more is going on there. But right now we're at the halfway mark of the final race in the round of 12 here at Pocono. Dennis Moore still leads Kevin Smith, who Kevin Smith has gained almost or a little over a half second over the 44. Trying to continue that venture to get within that 1 second range where he left him at pit stops, which happened to end that cycle around 10 laps ago. As you're seeing now, a pass finally for the 19. Can Chris make the pass over Tyler King? Into turn 2, he's going to give it all he can. Great battle so far, a ton of respectable space. No netcode to be had. Looks into turn 3, he's going to give it up on entry. Let's see if he doesn't get too tight and can drive it off on exit. No, not going to be the answer. Tyler King had the preferred lane. Side draft. Chris White wants it still. Getting it right back to his door. This is probably the best corner to pass if you're going to make it happen. Tyler not going to give up any ounce of momentum. Lift a little bit there on exit too. Kind of turning our focus a little bit to something else on the screen. There's Mr. Frank Harris, truck 77, looking at Jeff Stab. Now this is a battle for 12th and 13th. We're going to kick it back because the best thing on track kicked back to side-by-side racing once more. Chris White once again trying his best to get this done, just cannot make it happen on the front straightaway here. Lap 44 of scheduled 180 now underway. As we got the 5 joining in, 3 truck battle. Nose to tail here into turn 1. On lap Dennis Moore, that's 44. Does Chris White try it again? Yes, he's going to get that nose to the inside. Unsuccessful the first 5 or 6 times. Still an excellent battle here, side by side. Still maintaining. Devin West has now just settled this thing out. Boys, I'm trying to pass both of y'all. You holding me up. He goes to the below the apron section there where it can be very loose to try to find anything for his truck. Heading off into turn number 1. Going to try it one more time. Little assistance from the 5 this time. Drives it deep into the corner. Best chance to clear him this time. Can Tyler maintain? No. Pass finally completed. Christopher White takes the spot. Tyler King recognizes it, does not try to do the crossover. Gridlock that bumper with the 19 into turn 2. See if there's a mistake made by the 19. No is the answer there, so he's going to break free from Tyler finally. Now Devin West, see how quickly he can get around Mr. Tyler King. Just got to report that West Outland is Spectrum outage. So that bang was directly related to the internet. We're working on it here shortly, but I'm just assuming for the remainder of the next 35 laps, you're going to be hearing my voice talk about this race, where it's been very classic Pocono. No cautions, a lot of spaced outness throughout this whole field. Now we're going to keep you updated if we can on Wesley. I don't think he's going to be returning though. They got some local PD coming to check out the area. 46 almost completed for these guys here on the screen. This is Ryan Bloom, who has had an off night here tonight. Been doing great to start this season. But when we get down to the nitty gritty here, he's just He's in the playoffs momentarily, but this might be it for the driver of the 25. Drawing at 47 now. He's got Brett Johnson. Put a great amount of pressure behind him. Troy Daggett's going to run that really wide entry into 1 and 2. Keeping the marbles from building up in that groove. 7 now here. Still watching the best battle on the track. These 3 trucks, everybody else for the most part, just kind of keeping it spaced out unless you're Tyler King and Devin West, who Devin has made that pass, by the way, as we're watching these 3 trucks. Still have at it. There's the pass there. Devin West around the 21 of Tyler King. So the top 3 podium finishers so far is Dennis Moore, Kevin Smith, Christopher White. This man at 55 also not having the best night of his career here. P13. That's off a straight speed. Just does not have the magic potion here tonight. So we're going to report he's going to try his internet hotspot that pulls phone cellular data onto any device. So this might be able to work. It's not going to be the strongest signal unless he's got full bars. But we might. He might be popping in here shortly. We don't know. His life giving him his own mechanical failure. Almost to lap 50, so it's going to be 31 to go. As Dennis gets back to the start-finish line next time around. We're going to do a quick recap here. I believe in the top 10. What do we got? All right, he might be joining in very shortly. Well, actually, this is Jeremy and Charles in the LSRTV booth getting up.
So there was a loud boom, and then the Spectrum internet went out, and it says there's an outage. I'm using my mobile hotspot. Can y'all hear me okay? Everything good?
You're crystal clear, man. Like you never left.
30 laps to go. Lap 50 of 80. And I guess we haven't had a caution yet, have we?
No, sir. These guys keeping it clean and simple. Just run it until the checkered flags.
Well, we're still seeing the domination of the where's my other? Trying to find my timing and scoring here. There we go. Still seeing the sheer domination of Dennis Moore continuing to lead.
That's how it has been, man. The Dennis Moore Show here at Pocono. 44
Yes,
has
sir.
got everything going for him. Running a little bit faster than Devin West, which makes him, got to make him feel good, right? He's going to get the win if he keeps up this pace. As long as he doesn't hear a boom outside his house, I think he's going to be A-okay.
Yeah, look at the lead he's got. Almost 5 seconds over Kevin Smith. Tell you what, Jeremy, that was one thing they were saying last week was Lynn Racing's got to go back to the drawing board. They got to figure something out. And, well, it looks like with under 30 to go, they've done just that. So we've gone about 125 miles into this race. 75 miles remaining in this domination of the Win Racing team. Dennis Moore still out in front.
I mean,
And you got to think too, Jeremy. Jeremy, you got to think too. I got a feeling they're going to be coming to green flag pit stops here in a minute. And here comes Devin West on pit road. He's going to go for the undercut on everybody else. So Devin West is pitting. He's boxed in. There's the 5.
Yeah, you're.
He's already in the semifinal round of 8. Here comes Ryan Bloom in. He's been back in the top 10 all night, but I got a feeling we're going to see these guys come down to the pit lane, and I got a feeling this will be the finish of the race right here too.
Yeah, here's your stat here. The green flag pit stops, first stint completed in 5 laps from lap 27 to 32. They're pitting right now with how many laps to go? 28. So they will be able to make it to the end. This is it right in that window. We're going to see the whole field drop down in the next few laps. And as long as it stays wreck-free, we're going to stay caution-free, run this thing.
Here comes the leader.
Checkers and no yellow in between.
Here comes the leader, Dennis Moore. He's in. Tyler King will now cycle as the new leader of the race. Paul Newton, Josh Childress, the new top 3. They're separated by about a second from one another. Dennis Moore, Christopher White, Kevin Smith, Troy Daggett, all on pit road. And this could be the money stop for these guys. That's what we're thinking. Ready to go to the finish.
Oh, Kevin missed his pit stall by a mile. That's going to be huge. He's been trying to keep it within a second or two of the 44, but you see the 44 pulling out a pit stall. Kevin still has the left side jacked. Finally drops it. That's going to cost him 5 or 6 positions, no doubt. Or seconds, rather. As here comes the 21, Tyler King. He's coming down, I think, with one other person, if I'm not mistaken. Josh Childress, truck 39. 2 trucks in, a third one. Sean Breitzman and Brett Johnson, they're all filing in.
Money stop. Money stop. Everybody just coming down to the pit lane, ready to finish this one here. And a quiet race. And you know, Jeremy, we've seen that the last couple of weeks, man. We've seen where it's just been, you know, just green to checker. I mean, and I like that because it you know, lets the race go by quicker, right? I mean, especially when I got to get up at 5:45 in the morning for eNASCAR Australia. You know, so, hey, I'll take it. I know you will too. You got to bed early.
You know, get that 6:30 a.m. alarm at the latest for the kiddos to get ready for school. That's what we feeling it here, man. As we're going to conclude this thing around 1 a.m. and just run to the bed. Get what sleep you can and reset. At least you got a broadcast to call. That's kind of cool, calling early on.
Yeah. Tiresome sometimes, getting up that early in the morning.
Oh, yeah. 100% there is Dennis recycled back to the race lead, of course. Pit stops are done. That was a short pit stunt. What was it? 52 to 56, so 4 laps that time. Brought everyone in and out. I do believe for the entirety, if not most of the field. Not counting Daniel Rogers, of course, who was wrecked out early. Turn to this time. Keep looking at the 55 and the 7. Best battle on the track at this time. Kind of update on the points. Kevin Smith dropped back to 4th place, 8.3 seconds back, instead of being in that 2-second range over or behind Dennis Moore. So Kevin Smith needs to basically win, as Stabnow's in 10th. 6 spots difference, 10 points separate on the board. He's going to need a miracle to get ahead, but it might just be ending up being stabbed now, getting to the round of 8.
Yeah, what a solid run now here. So time's running out, laps are running out, positions are running out. Right now, you know, Jeff Stabnow, a solid top 10. He's done that all year. He's done it again.
Through turn 2 this time. Stabnow's actually had a very consistent, good-looking truck too. By the way, he's had a lot of terrible luck on his side past couple months. I would say in comparison to what we're used to seeing the 24 do. Anyways, but he's running the race that needs him to advance him. Right? Nothing spectacular, just keeping the fenders on the thing, trying not to beat some of these doors off. And he's got to perform though, man. It's 3 oddball tracks. They've already talked about that. But this guy really needs to perform if he wants to see the championship race.
And by the way, a quick reminder, we're off next Monday night. So at the end of the night, 8 drivers moving in to the championship semifinal, round of 8. You win that round, you're going to Chicagoland to try to fight for the championship. Don't forget Thursday night, ARCA Northwest Racing Series. They're going to be in action. That'll be at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
That Bull Ring's gonna be that's gonna be a great watch. I don't know if the ARCA series even goes there in the real world, but it's an experimental track and car combo.
The ARCA West goes there.
Okay, so it's been known to go there. What do you know about that? Do you know if they put on good shows, or you just know it's on the schedule?
It's an interesting racetrack. I mean, I think it'll be a good one. I think it'll be a good one. I think we'll be entertained for sure.
I think we're gonna outdo the real world. We're gonna put on a hell of a show. As long as we're not intentionally wrecking each other, I think we got this. To go. 99 losing a little bit of ground to Jeff this time. Off of turn 2 or turn 1. Down the second longest straightaway here. Which is still probably what, the third longest in all of NASCAR's schedule. The second one, right?
Which one?
Where's that stat? The second longest straightaway. Wouldn't that be the one off of turn 1 and coming into turn 2?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the longest one is, yeah, I think it is. I know the longest straightaway is on the front. I don't know if the Long Pond straightaway is the second longest straightaway or not. I think Talladega might be.
Yeah, it might be
a little bit longer, but the front straightaway.
Indianapolis is pretty long.
Yeah.
Truck 27 currently. Not the bestest of nights for him. P7 right now, 13.8 seconds outside the race lead. Having a little fun battle with Josh Childress for P6. 19 laps to go officially here on the LSRTV pylon. So 3/4 down. 1/4 left in this race. All the pit stops are out, so this is just guns a-blazing to the checker flag, Wes.
Yep. And another green flag looking race. We're looking at it here. Under 20 to go. 19 at the line. We're seeing Dennis Moore cycle back around from those green flag pit stops. He pitted at lap 53. Everyone else around 53, 55, 52. They're ready to go to the finish. Ready to see what happens here for the end of it.
We got this good battle at the moment. 11th and 12th place up for grabs. Troy Daggett, the 99. Right behind him is Brett Johnson at truck 7. As these two and Stab now just continue to close in on one another. Almost like if Troy has some type of gravitational field that's bringing in the 24 and the 7 at the same time. Doing a good job not letting Jeff get away with it. 18, now 17 and a half laps remaining in this race. Looking clean down the back straightaway still.
Man, so impressed with the drivers here, and obviously Dennis Moore, Devin West, Dan West Jr. Obviously, if Dennis wins, he puts himself into the semifinal. I honestly believed, Jeremy, that he was going to go anyway by virtue of the, points, but it's been that Devin West, Dennis Moore kind of season anyway, and obviously add defending series champion Dan West Jr. to the mix, and they're right there in it. So 3 of the 8 spots already being taken. If you are on the outside looking in, especially from like 9th to 12th, or 7th to 12th actually, you better come up with something here quickly.
Just gotta whip the wand around a little bit, pray for a caution, and maybe you'll find something. But wouldn't you believe at the end of the day, the 44 and the 5 are technically on top of the board here, 1 and 2, even though between themselves it's not a contest. But the 5 versus 44, especially in the playoffs, back half of the year, however you want to look at it, just been barring on it how good their trucks are performing. Kevin Smith trying to pass Christopher White, though, to put him back to P3 for podium anyways. But just struggling to find that speed behind somebody.
Dennis Moore, Devin West, Christopher White, Kevin Smith, Tyler King, Josh Childress, Paul Newton, Sean Brightsman, Ryan Bloom, top 10. Top 10 separated to the leader by 22 seconds. That's the interval. That's just winding down here.
Yeah, not much to communicate, man. We're watching the best battle on track. You see 4 trucks kind of sort of in the same range. At least the 3, the white and blue truck, 55, is trying to crawl into the battle. This would be kind of cool at this point to see if I had a track map ready for you, but we don't. But even though it's only 20 cars at 2.5 miles, $14 to go, 39.27. Good little drag race down the front straightaway into turn number 1. Paul Newton's gonna take it. Drives it in deep, slides up just a little bit. Can the crossover happen with Josh? Nope, he has to back it down himself. But he still had enough momentum to actually buy that church.
Yeah, what a solid run here again is you see Paul Newton and Josh Childress. That's the battle for 6th outside the top 5. Remember, we talked about Josh Childress. He needs a decent finish if he's going to try to advance. So is Paul Newton as well. All these guys, whatever position you can get, go after it. And by the way, Paul Newton is in 5th. He was tied with Tyler King, actually 6th. Josh Childress, by the way, 11th. So you would think, boy, Josh Childress getting around Paul Newton. He needs that position. Any position he can get furthering up the field, that's a positive for the 39 to try to advance, if he can, to the round of 8, Jeremy.
Yeah, give him the best chance possible, right? And so P6 out there, he's got his fan base watching. So Josh has got to be happy with this performance overall. He's got nothing but just fresh air on the nose of that Chevrolet. Keeping Paul now within, 2 truck links here into turn 3. 12 laps to go officially left in this race. So about, 27 miles roughly to the closure of this event, to the closure of the round of 12. Officially lock us into the round of 8, which will, in 2 weeks from tonight, go over who all made it in. We know most of them made it in. Devin West, Dan West Jr., Dennis Moore, Sean Breitzman, Tyler King, Paul Newton, Christopher White. It's just that Jeff Stabnow, Kevin Smith, or the other 3 guys who maybe get a random win, which I don't see that happening, but Frank Harris, Josh Childress, and Ryan Bloom could technically get in by a win.
Oh, yeah.
They're just, it's going to take an extreme amount of circumstances to have that pop up.
What's going to happen? Will anything happen dramatically here at the end as we close in on the final 25 miles of this race? There'll be 10 to go next time by. There's the leader, Dennis Moore. I'm sorry, he's still in the lead. There's that battle, probably the best battle on the racetrack between Paul Newton and Josh Childress for 6th and 7th. We are hoping that we can be able to let you know who the championship round of 8 drivers are before we go off the air with post-race interviews. Obviously, remember, we're off next Monday night. Jeremy, where's the season gone, man? I mean, it just seems like it just flew by like a blur. I mean, just,
Yeah, it took me about a month or 2 to get it going as far as just time-wise. Schedule's all locked in. But then, June, July, those months, I know they happened. I remember calling stuff. It was so fast, I felt like. And then all of a sudden, boom, we're approaching October. So we got a nice little block effort here, making it entertaining. Josh Childress says he saw the move from Paul. He blocks him down low almost twice. And he had to check up, and now 3 truck lengths is the separation between the 39 and 27. That was a little etch-a-sketch and fun for us to watch late in the going.
Yeah, that looked very interesting there. Does anybody got anything for Dennis Moore? We're now in single digits, 9 to go. There's that battle between Stabnow and Daggett now. That's for the top 10. And obviously, Jeremy, Jeff Stabnow wants to stay in the top 10 because that could give him a good spot over Troy Daggett and others. To put himself into the round of 8 here. He goes up high, though. Daggett's right there on the back door. Johnson's right there with him. That's actually the teammate for Stabnow. He just can't get up there and help out Stabnow. Here he's got to run on the 99 as they work off of turn number 3, coming to the line. 8, make it 8 laps to go now as they'll send her off back at speed into turn number 1. And that battle for 10th is ongoing again, heading to 1.
Good battles, too. They're all, look at this. They're running the 3rd, 4th lane, searching for grip. Anything they can do to keep their position. And they all come off the corner exit the same speed roughly. Good to see that. Lets the drivers know maybe, hey, I see some rubber up there. Maybe I can go up to that third groove in turn 1. They all run toe-to-toe in turn 2, coming off into turn 3 now. Majority of the field sticks to the inside line. They do the same thing, just about a quarter truck length up. And in turn number 4, or turn 3, exit. Now, they're going to be on there. 7 laps to go, still single file through. Troy now looking to the inside. Can he make this pass over Jeff?
And that's the big question here as we watch it again. Seven remaining, 6 to go at the line. Dennis Moore, by the way, 6-second lead over Devin West. We know Devin West, Dan West, father's son. 55, Dan West Jr., defending series champion. They're all going on to the semifinals. The West family are. Dennis Moore, pretty much a probability of very high stakes that he is. Yeah, I think he was probably going to make it in anyway by not even winning the race, Jeremy. But, I mean, you talk about the 44, where he's at with 6 to go. I mean, this pretty much just puts the nail in the coffin right there to make that a reality. If there was any doubt, it's all gone now.
Yeah, I do believe you were correct on that one. There's 5 to go. 12 miles left. Which is an impressive 7.5 second lead. And that lead is growing. I mean, watch the 39 and 27 back there. They are snaking. They're having some fun for 6th and 7th place, 14.5 back. But this is impressive that Dennis is able to gap 7 seconds over the 5 truck, who was just, 5 seconds back, 10 laps ago-ish. He's just finding speed like nobody can find it. All 3 corners belong to the 44.
Who will it be? Dennis Moore, there he is, 4 to go. That is about 10 miles left to go of this race. Nobody is even contending in his path, right? I mean, it's just like, he's having a Sunday drive on a Monday night, if you will, Jeremy.
Literally is. Could be on the social medias. Could be ordering breakfast on his phone while just logging laps here, and it's not going to affect the 44 on lap 4 left to go at all. He's so dialed in. It doesn't matter which kind of track we race at. That's why the 44 and the 5 are the best picks, of course. And just when you have a race like this over your competition, even though he's 2nd place, it's still 7 seconds. That's got to make you feel good, a little more motivated going to the round of 8 here in 2 weeks.
That's right. Remember, we're off next Monday. Next broadcast this Thursday night. Arca Northwest penultimate race of the season. That'll be at the Bull Ring in Las Vegas. Sunday night, we've got the LFRL iRacing Late Model Tour. That'll be at North Wilkesboro Speedway. And right now, Dennis Moore is just hitting his marks perfectly around this racetrack.
8 seconds now is that gap. Let's starting to see some, or still seeing the snaking going on in the back stretch or front stretch here. The 2 to go. Just having fun still. I kind of like this. They're just unmeaningful positions to a couple of these drivers are just, trying to do what they can to entertain themselves for 5 more miles. Get down to the very nitty gritty here. Gap still seems to be 8 seconds between the first and second place. Christopher White trying to get a part of it. All in all, he's going to just reside in that 3rd place.
Both championship races, both of the championship races will be at Chicagoland. As we come to the CRN 1 to go, final lap remaining. Dennis Moore takes the white flag. As they go down into the corner in the final time. Dennis Moore looking to pick up his 6th win. Joining Devin West with 6 wins down the back straightaway, Jeremy. Long Pond straightaway. Final lap for the man for Win Racing in 44.
Yeah, we're on race 22, and they have 12 of the 22. That's just...
yeah.
That's over 50% of the wins just amongst 2 different drivers. Completely
Here he comes. This will be his 21st career win, 6th of the year. Dennis Moore takes the checkered flag in dominating fashion to advance to the semifinal round of 8. So 3 of the 8 spots have been taken by victories. Devin West, Dan West Jr., Dennis Moore now. Who will be the 5 to make it in by points? And for Dennis Moore, again, his 21st career win, 83rd top 5 and a 128th top 10 for the man for Win Racing in 44, Jeremy. Wow.
Kind of an honest question here. The high 5 salute, since they're so spaced out, do they have to tag pit road or can it just drive right through?
They got to come down pit road. I think there's a rule now that they got to actually come down pit road first.
So far back already. I would say just release the hounds.
Really, yeah. It's the only exciting thing we're going to see the whole night. I mean, yeah.
Oh, there it is. They did. They released
Devin West. That was Devin West, strike 1. That was just a bit outside. Tried to corner and miss. Anybody else going to go for a bonsai shot? There you go. Tyler King coming in the wrong direction.
There's 3 on pit road.
There's Devin West.
The 5 and the 21.
Devin West.
Oh, man.
There you go. Ryan Bloom sending the 44 flipping, man. Yeah, there you go. Okay, Frank Harris.
That's the kill shot.
Paul Newton,
my
Kevin
God.
Smith slammed him from both sides, man. Both directions. Wow.
Talk about a bomb speed of a hit. Waiting on Paul Newton.
Paul Newton,
One
where
more
are
shot
you?
coming up.
Dan West Jr. struck out, strike 2. Here he comes. Oh, talk about psych.
Man, got him.
Oh, you got everybody sleeping.
him.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here's your results tonight for the unofficial results tonight for the Northwest Racing Series trucks at Pocono. Dennis Moore picks up the victory in fine fashion, by the way. Lasted about an hour and 15 minutes, man. 75 minutes in this race is said and done in an 80 laps caution-free 200-miler. Dennis Moore over Devin West. Christopher White will finish 3rd. Kevin Smith 4th. Tyler King in the top 5. Josh Childress, Paul Newton, Sean Brightsman, Ryan Bloom, and Jeff Stabnow, a solid top 10, Jeremy. for Jeff Stabnow. Again, got to wonder if that's enough to punch him into the round of 8, sir.
Yeah, we got 11 through 20. Brett Johnson, P11. Troy Daggett, 12th. Dan West Jr., 13th. Frank Harris, 14th. Rob Gamble Jr., 15th. Chris Walters, 16th. James Vining, John Ottenbacher, Scott Hutchison, and Dana Rogers rounds out the 20 truck field to end the round of 12. And I'm going to say comfortably that 8th place driver is Jeff Stabnow. We'll get that final confirmation, but I think that's going to be the top 8.
I think so, man. I really do. I haven't seen it updated yet, but there it is. So we'll see what it all is officially. Out there it is. It has updated now. And it is looking like unofficially, unless something changes. We talked about Dennis Moore, Devin West, and Dan West Jr. They're the top 3 seeds. Christopher White went up 3 spots and advances. Tyler King is in. And though they lost positions tonight, Sean Breitzman and Paul Newton are the number 6 and 7 seed. And you're right, Jeremy. Jeff Stabnow is in the round of 8 semifinal. Mr. 500 is going to the final round to try to punch himself in for victory. Oh, and by the way, the reason I say that, Jeremy, he's the only driver that does not have a win this year. He has done it by consistency. Your final take of the round of 8 coming up in 2 weeks, and your take of tonight at Pocono. Always a pleasure, Jeremy.
Always, man. Well, the race was very Pocono-like, very spaced out. It had some decent amount of battles going on throughout the field. It wasn't like the entire field was all just single file or single truck here, single truck there. So sprinkled in some fun, but overall, that's Pocono right there. Without a caution, 0 cautions. Impressive stuff. But now to the round of 8, where all the fun begins.
To the round of 8. We're ready to see what happens. We hope that you're there as well. It should be a good one. We're going to step away. We're going to take a break when we come back, because I don't think we took a break all night. My goodness, can we take a break? Let's take a break. When we come back, we will have all the drivers, and we'll go on the podium and grab them, finish them up. Stay with us. More from Pocono in just a moment. Hey, welcome back to Pocono, ladies and gentlemen. The field of 8 drivers are locked in. They are set, and career win number 21 for Dennis Moore. Does it again. He ties Devin West with 6 wins on the year. You guys have pretty much split the victories amongst yourselves. Dennis, I think you were going to get in by virtual points, but I think he just wanted to put that deciding factor to rest and just what a way for Win Racing to bounce back and come back after what you said, feeling you struggled the last couple of weeks to win this thing. Congrats, sir.
Yeah, I think anybody would take a struggle second, third the last 2 weeks, but I got to thank Ryan. He put a ton of work into this set. I love this track. It's probably, my top 3 favorite tracks. Just got clean air and, just drove away. In dirty air, the truck was super tight, so I'm glad I never had to experience that. The Q set was bad fast from Kevin. He worked on it this morning. I'm just excited to move on to the next round.
I'll tell you what, man, obviously a phenomenal job and everything that you needed to do. You know, just obviously this is championships are going to be decided here, right? I mean, how pressured is it about to be after a week off? You recharge your batteries, even Devin as well, and you guys get ready to go to business now because, I mean, it's for real this next round. How intense is it going to be trying to go to your championship 4?
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. You know, this round's just another box checked off. We'll go to the next round and see if we get to the last race. Iowa's one of my favorite tracks. Indianapolis is another one of my favorites. So I'm looking forward to the next round as long as we can put some work in and build a fast set. I think we'll be there at the end.
Iowa, Indianapolis, Atlanta, all coming up. Very unique racetracks, no doubt about it. It should be a good one. Before I let you go, man, congratulations. 6th win of the year, 21st career win all time for the Northwest Series. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. I just got to say thank you to you guys up at the booth, everybody in the racing, in the league, Jeff, Sean, everybody in the drivers committee. Congrats to Devin and Chris. And thanks again to Ryan, Kevin. They helped me build a fast setup. And that's all I got. Thank you, guys.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That is Dennis Moore. Let's go down to the man that's also got 6 wins this year. Joining him will be Devin West. And, of course, let's get his thoughts. Devin, you and your dad already were locked into the semifinals, but another good, solid run for you tonight here. A quiet night at Pocono, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a fun race. I mean, it was a little frustrating there for the first, 50 laps or so, just because I knew the truck was good, but I just was kind of mired behind trucks, and there's just nothing you can do. You had to have help to pass, and the dirty air was just so rough to try to fight through. So I pitted a lap early there in that last stop, and that was everything for me. So I was able to get up to second and managed to stay there. So, but no, tonight was all about just getting Jeff and Sean through, and we did that. So very, very happy about that.
Hey, what a really good, solid run. And, man, I guess I could ask you the same question that I just asked, Dennis. I mean, what's the focus now to try to put yourself into the championship 4?
I mean, I feel like this next round is the first one where you really have to be perfect. I mean, obviously I'm going to try to win a race, but, you can't expect to win, right? So I think I need to go in every race and just – you got to be top 5 at least, I think. In this race, this round had 3 winners in it, right? And 2 of them weren't me. So that could happen again next round, and next thing you know, there's only 1 point or 1 spot for points, right? So I don't know, it's kind of fun though. It's kind of fun to have that pressure on you and kind of see what you can do. And I don't know, I look forward to it. It should be a lot of fun.
It'll be an exciting one, man. Before we let you go, Devin, please thank your sponsors. Appreciate you.
Yeah, obviously LSRTV is always great up in the booth. And it wasn't for Jeff and all those guys, I wouldn't have sets to race. So shout out to them. Then my sponsors, Effective Web Solutions, Motorsports Distributing, and Kenny System Hardwood.
There you go. There's the thoughts of the driver that is Mr. Devin West. 6 wins this year. Of course, Devin West and Dennis Moore both with 6 wins in the year. They're ready to battle. They're number 1 and number 2 in the conference or in the seeding right now as we move into the semifinal round coming up in 2 weeks. That will start at Iowa, Atlanta, Indy, and then Chicagoland for the final race of the championship 4. Let's go down and find Christopher White. Christopher, another good solid race for you, sir. You also are fighting for a championship. Got 1 win this year. Your take of tonight at Pocono, and you've had success here in the past. Tonight was just a win racing domination, wasn't it?
Yeah, honestly, I'd say so. It's just these long green flag runs like that, getting that clean air out front, you just drive away. You basically won the race. So without the yellows, we couldn't bunch back up and really fight for it. But yeah, overall, Pocono's a good track for me. I really like Pocono, along with Indianapolis. Those long straightaways, flat type surfaces, and I think Indy's my best track, so I'm looking forward to that in the next round. But tonight was the focus of just staying out of the wall, staying out of other trucks, and keeping the fenders on it and making sure I could get a top 3, top 5, and we pulled it off. So mission accomplished, and yeah, made it into the next round.
So let me ask you, if there was cautions in this race, do you feel like there would have been a different outcome?
Factor in any race, when you bunch things, you just never know what's going to happen. Trucks can stack up the lines, they could spin out, they could, you just never know. It's kind of a crapshoot, but without a caution, you see what we got tonight. Basically just a runaway type race, and everybody running their own race, really.
Well, buddy, before I let you go, Chris, man, please thank your sponsors. I do got to ask you, though, man, what does it mean to make it to the round of 8, getting closer and closer to try to go for a championship?
Oh, it always feels good, for sure. It's such a long season, each and every week that we come out here and race, we're fighting for wins, we're fighting for the best finishes we can get, and the ultimate payoff is to make it into the playoffs and then make it to the next round, and ultimately the Final Four. I've been there before. Unfortunately, I had won the Cup championship back in 21, which was great. Love to get up there and try to battle and get a truck championship, put that trophy with it. So we'll see how the next round goes. Not too fond of Iowa, but won at Atlanta, and like I mentioned, Indianapolis is probably my best track in the entire circuit that we run. So got many wins there, so I'm looking forward to it.
There you go. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is the thoughts of Christopher White. He'll finish in the number 3 position, as we said. He is now going to be in the number 5 seed I'm sorry, my apologies. He will actually be in the number 4 seed, right behind these guys that have won races, including Dennis Moore here tonight at Pocono. Devin West with 6 wins as well, number 2 seed, 2-win winner this year. Dan West Jr., who most recently won in the round of 12. He advances to the semifinals in the round of 8. So does Christopher White with 1 win on the year. Tyler King with 2 wins, followed by Sean Breitzman. And he's got 1 win, 2 wins for Paul Newton. And Jeff Stabnow, the lone wolf, Mr. 500, with no wins. But he has been consistent, and he's put himself in to the championship round of 8. Remember, we are off next Monday night. Next race is on Thursday night. It's the ARCA Northwest Series, penultimate race of the season. We will be at the Bull Ring at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And then, of course, Chicagoland in 2 weeks for the finale in October the 2nd. And don't forget about the Northwest Racing Series again, returning Iowa. That'll be again on October the 6th. So all of that is coming up until Thursday. Thanks, as always, to everybody with the Northwest Racing Series. And, Christopher, you should have mentioned your sponsors, buddy. Go ahead and thank them out before I let you go, buddy. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm trying to get off the air. Go ahead.
Nope. Sorry about that. Appreciate it, Wesley. Just real quick, you guys up there, LSRTV, appreciate you guys for what you do. Photo One Media, it's a new name, new branding. Stu White Media is gone. Had some good times back in Portland the end of September with the Xfinity Series and Arkham Menard Series. Hanging out with them guys and Greg Biffle and all them, and got a new website up, photo1media.com. If you want to go on there, check out the Xfinity and ARCA content that I captured there, that'd be great. Let me know what you think. And I want to throw a shout out to my actually 8 to 5 day job. The team I work with is fantastic. A lot of support. Appreciate all the help they put in. Tough work that we do, so much appreciated. Shout out to them as well. Appreciate you guys and look forward to Iowa.
No problem, buddy. I thought you had already mentioned them. I'm sorry. Thanks for mentioning the sponsors. As always, I know they need them and they need the shout outs, no doubt about it. But again, ladies and gentlemen, we're off next Monday. We come back in 2 weeks and it will be at the Iowa Speedway. Some people like it, some people don't, like Chris. We'll see what happens. It should be an exciting one. As always, ladies and gentlemen, follow us on Northwest Racing Series on Discord, social media, at LSRTV, at Searin Sports on social media, websites as well, livesimracing.com. WeAreSearin.com. And again, thank you for watching or listening. Of course, for everybody with the Northwest Racing Series, for Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten, everybody at Rocket Media, and the broadcast for LSRTV. For Jeremy Stanley, I'm Wesley Outland. Thank you for joining us. Congratulations, Dennis Moore, winner tonight at the Tricky Triangle Pocono. The round of 8 semifinals are set. We return for round 1 at Iowa, October 6th.